Micron Technology stock price is down over 27% in 3 months. Is that a buying opportunity, or is this a reason for investors to dump Micron stock and move on to something else that's performing better? I'll answer that question in this video, reviewing Micron Technology's latest results, comparing it against its new valuation at this lower price to determine if I still think Micron Technology stock is worth holding. Let's take a look. I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Visit fool.com/Parkev for the 10 best stocks to buy now. So Micron Technology stock down 27.24% in the last 3 months, disappointing investors after it started the year really strong. Year to date, if we zoom out, you can see Micron Technology stock is still up 11% even after that big stock price decline. The company performed well to begin the year, but reached a headwind as it reached its 52-week high. Now, I've had Micron Technology stock rated as a top 25 stock to buy in 2024, and I last updated that recommendation on July 2nd. In its latest quarterly financial report, Micron Technology told investors that it generated $6.81 billion in revenue versus $5.8 billion in the prior quarter, and $3.75 billion in the same quarter last year. That means the company's revenue jumped by over $3 billion year over year. Operating cash flow similarly jumped to $2.5 billion compared to $1.2 billion in the previous quarter and only $24 million in the same quarter last year. Micron Technology last year was suffering from an inventory glut in the industry, and now it's recovering from that cyclical bottom, and good times remain ahead for Micron Technology. The company's CEO saying the robust AI demand and strong execution enabled Micron to deliver 17% growth, exceeding the high end of our guidance. We are gaining market share in high-margin products like HBM, and our data center SSD revenue hit record highs, demonstrating the strength of our AI product portfolio across DRAM and storage. We are excited about the AI-driven opportunities ahead and well-positioned to deliver substantial revenue records in 2025. So its prospects look excellent. What's more, Micron Technology in the latest quarterly conference call told investors that not only are they going to sell more units of DRAM and storage, they're also going to generate higher prices for those newer units. Prospects look really strong for Micron Technology, and that's partly why I've kept Micron Technology rated as one of my top stocks to buy in 2024. The industry tailwinds look very, very good for Micron Technology across the board, whether you look at smartphone segment growth, whether you look at personal computer segment growth, or you look at data center growth. They're all rebounding excellently, and Micron Technology, as a leader in those industries in DRAM and storage, is positioned to benefit from that trend. The one thing that's kept Micron Technology from performing even better than it has in terms of its stock price is the substantial investments in capital expenditure the company is making to benefit from that growth. It needs to expand manufacturing capacity in order to benefit from that growth industry-wide. In its latest quarter, the company highlighted that it spent $2.06 billion in capital expenditures. That's roughly 1/3 of revenue of $6.8 billion it generated in the quarter. Investing 33% of revenue in capital expenditure is a really high percentage. However, Micron Technology is doing this at an opportune time. The company is getting support from the U.S. government to expand manufacturing in the United States, and so it's benefiting from that will reduce the amount that Micron Technology has to put up to facilitate the growth in its manufacturing capacity. Now, for the next quarter, Micron is forecasting revenue of $7.6 billion, so that would be an increase of $800 million from the previous quarter, and diluted earnings per share of 61 cents, which would be more than double the 30 cents in diluted EPS it reported in the previous quarter. What's more, we recently got news that smartphone sales in 2024 are expected to grow much better than expected last quarter. Sales are coming in much better, but also in the smartphone market, people are upgrading to higher tier phones. So while the smartphone market is growing low single digits, around 5% is expected in 2024, what's happening within the market is also benefiting Micron Technology as people are trading up and buying more capable smartphones, more expensive smartphones with higher memory, higher storage. And that's great news for Micron Technology. That's actually better than expected. And Micron Technology already told investors that 2025 is shaping to be an excellent year. And for the next several years, Micron Technology is forecasting double-digit growth in the DRAM industry and double-digit growth in the storage industry. So prospects look really, really strong. I don't understand the stock price decrease for Micron Technology. Perhaps investors are overly concerned about the capital expenditures. Perhaps they felt Micron Technology stock price had jumped too much. Remember, it was up over 60% in the first half of the year, and perhaps investors felt that was too much too quickly, and so a pullback was necessitated. As of today, August 28th, Micron Technology is trading at a forward price to earnings of just 10. Just 10. This is a valuation of a company that's expected to grow flat, zero growth, or 1 or 2% growth. But Micron Technology is forecasting record revenues in 2025 and continued excellent revenue growth throughout the rest of this decade. So this valuation appears relatively cheap to me when comparing with other stocks available in the market. So if you're wondering if this stock price decline is a buying opportunity for Micron Technology, I think so. And I'm reiterating my top 25 rating on Micron Technology stock today, August 28, 2024. Of course, there are risks apparent with investing in Micron Technology stock. The AI investing frenzy has taken off here in 2024 following a strong year in 2023. And in about 1 hour's time here from this recording, NVIDIA is slated to launch their quarterly earnings release. And that earnings release could do a lot for the sentiment in the stock market overall. Still, when you look at the fundamentals of Micron's business in terms of the growth drivers in revenue and profitability, those prospects look strong because of the factors I highlighted with the industries it operates in: personal computers, smartphones, and data center. Artificial intelligence is infusing growth in those segments. Spending has already begun, orders are already in, and billions of dollars will be spent on those products over the next few years. That's almost already locked in. So for all those reasons, I think it's an excellent time to buy Micron Technology stock on the dip. Before I let you go, let me tell you about the greatest deal on YouTube. With just a click of a button, you can get free financial analysis from a professor with decades of investing experience. So what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you again soon.